Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Yulia. If you want to win a free t-shirt, the info is down below. I give away 2 free t-shirts a month. Also, if you want to have private consultation or interested in my book, the info is down below. And please subscribe to this channel. It will really help the channel grow and I would really appreciate it. So why does raw vegan fail? Does it fail? Well, I would say like this. Raw vegan fails for 90 or more than 90% of people. The question is why? Because raw vegan diet by itself does not fail, but it does fail for people. So what does that mean? Well, a good example is Ashton Kutcher. He wakes up the next day and he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna be fruitarian because that's healthy and I'm gonna be the healthiest person on the planet. He doesn't read any books, he doesn't do any researches, he doesn't have any guidance. He has no idea what he's talking about. He just knows, oh, fruitarian, so I guess I'm gonna be eating fruits. Doesn't matter how and why and how many and what I mix and match. I'll just do it. And he ends up in the hospital. It's just kind of like saying, you know, I'm going to be eating standard American diet, and, well, anything goes, right? So I'll be eating McDonald's every day for the next 30 days. And I think there was, I can't remember the name of the documentary, but it was done about eating fast food and how sick that person got within a month of eating that. So I'm saying that, you know, people try to learn the pyramid of how to so to speak, eat on standard American diet. And it's more or less something, at least something. I'm not sure if it's can be accounted as actual thing to go by, but I'm saying that at least it's something. You look into it and you kind of like have an idea, and now there's so much information out there, you kind of have an idea that even when you're on standard American diet, you can eat lean meats and fish and a lot of greens and salads and vegetables, and you'll be in a better state of being better shape than if you're eating constantly fast foods only. So, and that pyramid, maybe it's not really accurate as in like the healthiest option in standard American diet that they teach actually at the universities. I did took nutritional class at the U of M, at the University of Minnesota, and I'm like actually devastated by what I learned there. It's kind of funny to me, but anyways, it is what it is. So they teach you what they teach you, but at least it makes some kind of sense, you know, at least some kind of sense. At least they're not telling you need to have 3 portions of McDonald's every day or something. At least that, thank God. But is this reliable pyramid? Not so much from my perspective, but at least they teach you something, right? So you learn something, you know, about standard American diet and you go off of that. So it's just the same thing. So if you are raw vegan, it doesn't mean that you just wake up the next day and you say, okay, I'm going to improve my health because I'm going to be raw vegan. What does that mean? Oh, you just eat uncooked fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, and you're good. No, it's not exactly like that. You have to know what to mix and match, what you should not be mixing and matching, how to make it balanced, and how not to hurt yourself, most importantly. So like one lady, she amazed me actually. We had a conversation about raw vegan, and I've been raw vegan for a while, and she was fascinated and she's like, oh, well, I need to go raw vegan too. So the only conversation we had is that I'm raw vegan, I've done it for years, and at that point it was like at least 4 or 5 years, and she was like, okay, I'm going raw vegan, so it's just nuts, seeds, fruits and veggies. Fair enough, simple enough. And then the next time I see her, which is within a week, like probably 4 or 5 days later, she's telling me, oh, I'm feeling so sick, I'm feeling so much worse, I don't know, I'm like feeling really bad. And I'm like, well, why, what did you do? She's like, oh, I went raw vegan, and I'm like really struggling here. And I'm like, okay, so what did you eat? And she's like, oh, well, you know, I took a bag of cashews, raw cashews, and she's been eating 70% of her intake was raw cashews throughout the day. And I'm like, oh my God, you know, like being raw vegan, it doesn't mean you just grab anything you want and just throw it out there and in there. And, you know, like, first of all, cashews are legumes. They're not even nuts. Second of all, they have a lot of toxin, aflatoxin, and it's mold. and it's really laced. It's like you shouldn't be eating that on a daily basis at all. Like being raw vegan, you can indulge in raw vegan cheese, which is usually cashew based, or raw vegan cake or cheesecake, which is also cashew based, but you do not eat it on a daily basis. And you definitely do not make it 70% of your diet. So raw vegan, you just heard it, this definition, and it's fancy and like, oh, it's supposed to heal me, so I'm going to do that. People do amazing things without any research. And I do not understand, like, if you, let's say, go bodybuilding, do you just go and start just going at it? I'm going to be a bodybuilder, so I'm going to go start running. Why are you running if you're trying to do bodybuilding? Well, I don't know. Isn't it the exercise? Well, it's an exercise, but it's totally different type of exercise, right? It will not build your muscle. Like, you need resistance, you need weights to be a bodybuilder. They don't do just cardio and become bodybuilders, right? So, but it's an exercise, definitely. So it's in that category for sure. So you're kind of close, but not really. Totally off, but it's okay. So, and that's how I perceive a lot of people approach this kind of raw vegan thing. So they imagine some things in their heads and they think that it's very simple and easy, which it is. It is. There's not that many rules that you have to, learn in order to properly mix and match and not to hurt yourself. But it amazes me that why people do not even open one book or ask one question somebody or guidance and just go at it, and then they say, oh, it didn't work, it failed. So raw vegan fails for them. Raw vegan does not fail in general. Here's one more example. So one person also heard, oh, raw vegan, okay, so I'm gonna start doing smoothies because for breakfast it's the best thing. Then they throw banana and avocado together, so fat and high content sugar is just, it's asking for disaster. That's how you want to hurt yourself, literally. You do not mix fats and sugar, ever. If you don't want it to sit, sugar to sit in your blood for too long, and creating systemic candida and other conditions. The funniest thing, I learned from one person who's been successfully on monofruitarian diet, which is past raw vegan, right? So they're not using anything but one type of fruit at a time. This person, he's got his own water fasting clinic in Costa Rica. So he actually told me that it is possible in his experience, where he had thousands of patients and thousands of clients, that it is possible to cure diabetes on watermelon. You see, the thing is, people mix fats with sugar, and if sugar stays too long in your blood, that's where the problem is. So if you have leveled blood sugar, you're good. And if you have high water content fruit that helps you to detox your system to bring it in balance, that's also a possibility. I mean, I have not had personal experiences of observing someone curing their diabetes on fruit. And I strongly it's not a medical advice, and it's just educational purposes only. So if you do consider something like that, do your research and go under observation and do it with someone who actually knows what they're talking about and they've had experience with that. But one thing that I am definitely aware is that if you mix fat and sugar, you will create problems in your system. So thinking that you can go raw vegan without any research or reading even one book or listening to any lectures about that and succeed, it's like planning to fail. It's like I cannot give you a bad example, running, cardio, trying to become a bodybuilder. Same category, exercising. So raw vegan works, and it can do wonders for you, and you can go indefinitely raw vegan and still sustain your health and agility. I have been raw vegan since 2010. I'm not a fanatic, so once in a while, if there is no any other option, or if there is extreme need in steamed veggie like broccoli or something, which doesn't happen that often. But if it happens once a year, once half a year, I would indulge. Obviously, I do not consume any animal products since 2010. And I'm not eating grains or breads or cooked foods, so I'm not falling off the wagon too much. It's still, I'm staying within parameter or of fruits and veggies, raw, you know, nuts and seeds, but sometimes I do indulge in steamed veggies, basically, which is not that terrible, I think. And like I said, you know, sometimes you need to kind of adjust to society. If you go out with your friends and there's only a few choices, like I wouldn't go all the way out and eat a burger or bread or steak or animal products, but if there is no salad or anything, I would ask for steamed veggies. And I would tell you, if you stick with it, it works. If you want to use it only for 6 months or for a short period of time to detox, to expedite detoxing, it works. But please do your homework, and then you will succeed. It will not fail.